The 1998 NBA Finals Game 3 was a pivotal and memorable matchup that took place on June 7, 1998, between the Chicago Bulls and the Utah Jazz. This game held significant importance in the series as it could potentially swing the momentum in favor of one of the teams. The Bulls, led by the iconic Michael Jordan, were aiming for their 6th NBA championship in 8 years. The Jazz, on the other hand, were making their first appearance in the NBA Finals, led by the dynamic duo of Karl Malone and John Stockton. The game was held at the United Center in Chicago, where the atmosphere was electric. The rest of the Utah Jazz caught the final sickness that was ailing Karl Malone, but Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls proved immune. Jordan scored 24 points, and the Bulls forced the Jazz into a terrible performance that helped them win by a record-breaking score of 96-54 and take a 2-1 series lead. This ended rumors that the Bulls' dynasty was over. Chicago's defense swarmed all over Utah, helped by the home floor, forcing bad shots and mistakes and knocking out everyone on offense save Malone, whose strong start was not quite sufficient to carry the Jazz. Utah trailed by 49-31 after shooting 38%, committing 12 turnovers in the first half, and matching the second lowest margin in finals history. The Jazz were passive on both ends of the court and did not receive their normal bench boost. That was their strong side. The poorest second half in finals history was Utah's 23-point performance. The Jazz battled to the lowest playoff total in history, breaking the 43-year-old finals record of 71 points while suffering the worst finals loss ever. The Utah Jazz came up just short of matching the 55 points scored by the Indiana Pacers on March 29, the lowest total of any game played during the shot clock era, thanks to a missed jumper by Jacques Vaughn at the final second. The Bulls were successful offensively for the first time in the series. They used an 8-0 run to conclude the first quarter and scored 12 of the final 14 points of the second quarter to go for the kill. Another finals record was set when they had another spurt at the conclusion of the third quarter and held the Jazz to just 9 points. For the two-time reigning champion Chicago, Tony Kukoc scored 16 points and Scottie Pippen chipped in with 10. Chicago will host the following games on Wednesday and Friday, and if Utah doesn't put together a full game fairly soon, Chicago will be able to wrap out the series at home. Ron Harper had 8 points and 10 rebounds, and Scott Burrell contributed 10 points and 9 rebounds for the Bulls. Chicago out-rebounded the opposition 50-38, had a 37 of 76 field goal percentage of 49, and caused 26 turnovers. Malone, who had only made 14 of 41 shots in the first 2 games against Utah, came back with 22 points on 8 of 11 field goal attempts. But his teammates only made 13 out of 59 shots, or 24%. After the opening 9 minutes, Chicago managed to slow down Malone as well, allowing him to take just 5 attempts. John Stockton, the hero of Game 1, finished with 2 points, 7 assists, and 5 turnovers as the Jazz dropped 2 straight games, with him starting for the first time this year. Despite Shandon Anderson scoring 8 points, Utah's bench was outscored 30-17 a series first. Without Malone, the Jazz made 7 of 27 shots, just outscoring Houston's 30 points over Boston on May 9, 1981. Additionally, Utah managed just 31 points in the opening period of Game 2 last season. The Jazz's slim chances of regaining control of the game were destroyed when they went nearly 3 minutes without scoring to start the third quarter. Jordan scored 5 baskets during an 11-3 run that saw the Bulls extend their advantage to 72-45 as they ended the third quarter with a vengeance. This made the fourth quarter a combination of record watching and waste time. Both teams emptied their benches to the bottom, but no matter who played for the Jazz, they could not score. Chicago's Steve Kerr finally found a shooting touch with 2 3-pointers, and Judd Buchholters and Judd Buechler added a pair from long range. Utah managed just 3 points over the final 6 minutes and missed 17 of 21 shots in the period. Utah's 54 points are the fewest scored in any NBA game ever, regular season or playoffs. Chicago's 42-point win is the largest margin of victory in NBA Finals history. The previous largest margin of victory was a 35-point win by Washington over Seattle in Game 6 of the 1978 final. The Jazz also made just 21 baskets, breaking another record. Utah's 26 turnovers matched its all-time playoff high for turnovers. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. What's your favorite memory from the 1998 NBA Finals? Thanks for joining us today. Be sure to subscribe for more captivating basketball stories from the past. Until next time,